not on, are we?
Welcome back to our YouTube viewers, and welcome back to our Facebook viewers. And I also like to say welcome back to our cable television viewers. My name is Joy Mosley, and I am a member of the Mental Health Advisory Council at the Washington, D.C. Medical Center. And this is our Veterans to Veterans television show. And today we have with us Mr. Ralph
Calvion.
Calvion. Thank you so much, Ralph.
Not a problem.
And Ralph is a member of the Washington, D.C. VA Mental Health Advisory Council. And Ralph, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come in and talk to us today, because I know that you have some very exciting things coming up that you're going to share with us about what it is that you're working on for the council. So, first tell me a little bit about what it is that you do. I hear that you are an advocate.
More like a peer-to-peer support veterans personnel. We take a veteran and we walk them through a process to make them feel more acclimated and more caring that somebody does care about him, and make sure he gets the best care that he deserves or he can receive based on his qualifications.
Okay, that's interesting, because we have a lot of people, you know, in the community who call themselves peer support specialists. But how is it that, or should it? Why is that important to veterans? Why is having a peer support specialist alongside them on their journey? Why is that important to veterans today?
You can say the same as a notation for a peer support veteran, as well as a VSO, a veteran service officer. Someone who knows the system and can better navigate you to resolve your concerns with the VA.
Okay, so that's what you do on the council.
Yes, I do.
You serve as a peer support specialist. That's good to know. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this project that you're working on. I hear that you're involved in Veterans Court for veterans. Like there's this initiative across the DMV area that's taking place, and you're involved in that. Give me a little bit of information on what it is that you do.
Okay, the Veterans Court is actually nationwide. Started in New York City, Texas has one, California has one. The initiative is giving a veterans a second chance where their medical concerns, PTSD, is misconstrued as being violent when he's not being treated for his injuries, mental or physical. So Veterans Court gives you a second option. In the DMV area, we have Veterans Courts, District Court number 7 in Baltimore, Judge Feinstein's group working with United Way. We also have a great staff in Virginia doing phenomenal things. And now we're vetting for a Veterans Court here in DC, because it's vibrant, needed. Instead of putting a veteran to jail for mild misdemeanor stuff, we can make sure he gets a counseling that he never knew he had and deserved because he served in his armed forces. It goes male, female, doesn't matter.
So Veterans Court is for criminal cases?
Criminal cases, yes.
Criminal cases, okay. And are those offenders currently in the system in DC? Or do you work with folks who are incarcerated or facing incarceration? Exactly, how does that work?
How does that work? Well, DC we're still fighting for them, because also the VA has a Veterans Courts initiative that they want to bring out.
Okay.
So I'm going to work partnership with them to see how we can get the DC legislation to buy into it, because a lot of congressmen see that there's a good fit for it.
Okay.
Especially when DC has a very large veterans population.
So it's developing in DC,
Yes,
but existing in Virginia
In Maryland.
and Maryland.
Yes.
Okay. So I hear that there's this event coming up called Welcome Home Veterans.
You hear a lot of things.
Tell us. Hey, I'm everywhere.
Well,
there's a lot going on. Let me just tell you guys, there's a lot that's going on in the veterans community in the DC metropolitan area, and it's very important that we get the word out to veterans, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, cable television. And we need to share this information, because I think that a lot of times veterans sometimes get stuck in situations, or they don't move forward on their current path, whether it be education whether it be facing
Illegal issues?
legal issues, or even transition out of the military because they don't know that these programs or these organizations exist. So, yes, I am everywhere trying to get as much information as I possibly can. So, but I heard about this event called Welcome Home Veterans, and please share with us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Welcome Home Veterans event is simply put, if you are a veteran, if you are a retiree, even if you have a spouse of a veteran, please come down. We should help with legal fees, DD-214 upgrades, you name it, we got it. There'll be VSOs on site to assist you if need be. And also, we are working on having the VBA come down and, I say, work VBA on site to help work on your claims. To include, at times, we don't want to come to the VA because we feel scared or impartial or disenfranchised. This is where the entire day is for you to come in and feel warmth, feel welcomed, and vet out your concerns therefore we can make it work for you.
So it's an opportunity for veterans to learn more about veteran services as well as interact with some of those individuals, some of those professionals who offer those services.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
And there's more to it than meets the eye, so you have to actually be there. And also, we're looking for sponsors. And you can call this number as 202-745-8000, extension 58641. And we'll be happy to accommodate your generous funding.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Ralph, and thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
We'd like to follow up with a part 2.
Okay. So we are going to follow up with a part 2
Really?
on this event.
Okay.
And thank you so much for YouTube, Facebook, and cable television for joining us. And I am Joy Mosley, and we'd also like to thank In the Community Television. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, how much time do I have?
I hope we edit that. I hope we edit that.
Yeah, it's all happening.
You're still live, you're still live, you're still live.
Oh,
Still live.
okay.
Keep talking.
Oh, we're still alive. Well, good luck for you guys.
No, I mean, because, no, he's gonna, I'm just a community volunteer.
All right, keep talking.
Okay.
Okay, so we have joining us a community volunteer. And so what is your name?
My name is Rick Parker.
Rick Parker. Okay, and Rick Parker, please tell us a little bit what it is that you do on behalf of veterans.
Well, what I do on behalf of veterans is to make myself available as much as possible, especially to wonderful media setups like this,
Okay.
because we need to get the information out there, not just yesterday, but now and for the next generation.
Absolutely. That's important for the next generation of veterans. And I think that's very important to say because oftentimes attention is giving, and I'm not saying that it should not be giving to the older generation of veterans, but we tend to sometimes forget about the younger generation of veterans who are currently coming out of the military. So it's good to know that somebody's out there working on behalf of all generations of veterans.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with holding someone's hand and helping them get on. Because a lot of times, yes, we have a lot of resources, you know, in Prince George's County, and we have, you know, resources in Washington, D.C. and veterans. But the thing is, how do veterans get to know where they are? And not only that, this is not just for veterans. This is for veterans and their families. This is getting the information out there is also for non-veterans. People have never served in the military. I mean, after all, I'm glad that, you know, when I got out of the military, I retired back in 2001, that there were resources out there, you know, and a lot of times I spoke with a lot of non-veterans, and you'll be surprised at how many non-veterans know about resources than the veterans themselves. So I thank our veteran community, because they are still serving their country too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what wisdom nugget would you leave the veteran community with today?
I would leave with the veteran community to seek out, don't just, stay home and brood about different things, because, we're all human beings, and just because, we're veterans, you're a veteran, it doesn't mean that you're not going through things that other people are going through who have
Absolutely.
not went into the military.
Absolutely.
So I say to veterans, knock on the doors of these resources. Use that cell phone that you have and look up veterans resources. Find a TV station resource like this and support it.
Okay. Okay. And this, some people probably don't know, this is a veteran-owned television station. So
Very
Any
good.
Community Television is actually veteran-owned and operated, which is actually groundbreaking for the veteran community, particularly in the
Absolutely.
Washington, D.C. area. So I commend you for your work that you're currently doing within media, within the veterans community, and helping get the word out about organizations and upcoming events, as well as sponsorship opportunities that may be available to
Absolutely.
assist not only this program with continuing its support of veterans as well.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you
All right.
so much for what it is that you do and for supporting our community.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
So that concludes our show for today. I want to thank our Facebook viewers, as well as our YouTube viewers and our cable television viewers for joining us. My name is Joy Mosley, and we will see you next week. Thank you.
You are-
See how you are.
Snatch right in.
The good part is that trying to do something.
I did that for them.
And you're absolutely right.